Good morning, all of you. This is Srinivas Reddy, and today's topic is active voice and passive voice. You know, here you might have heard of this active voice and passive voice from your school days, but let us know here why passive voice is used, why some people speak only in active voice, right? Where passive voice is required here, let us know, and how to here use your sentences in passive voice. Now let us see here. The objectives of this topic is to make aware of the correct usage of passive voice in everyday formal communication, right? Next, to enable the students to use formal language in their laboratory or technical reports, instructions, presentations, etc. Especially formal language, polite, to prepare the students for competitive exams at advanced level. These are the objectives of this class, right? And the methodology used here for this class is inductive method with a sufficient number of examples. That means here we derive rules from the examples only. Next, here I have used explanation with a number of examples to get clarity over the usage of passive voice. Next, even here I got here feedback through assignments. Here these are the three methods followed in my class, right? Here now let us see here the structure and rules of active voice and passive voice. First, we should know here in English sentences what are the functional labels, what are the formal labels. Functional labels means those words in the sentences, they do the function of subject or object or verb or complement. Those are called functional labels. The words that do the function of a subject or the function of an object or the function of a verb or function of a complement. So these are called here functional labels: subject, object, complement, verb. So if you are aware of these functional labels within a sentence, it is easy to change here active voice to passive voice, passive voice to active voice. That's why I have highlighted here functional labels. Next, formal labels. Formal labels, all parts of speech come under formal labels, right? That is noun, pronoun, adjective, verb, adverb, preposition, conjunction, interjection. All these are, what are these here? These are all parts of speech here. These are called here formal labels. Okay. Why? Just they can change the form. Noun can be often used in verb form. Is it clear? Even verb can change its form to adjective or adverb sometimes. Is it clear? Right? So those are called here formal labels. All parts of speech come under formal labels. Right? And functional labels indicate the function of a particular word. Now let us see some examples here in this case. Here he eats chapatis. In this one, here when we say he eats, what is the function of this heat? What is the function of eats? What is the function of chapatis? So here what is the action in this one? Here eats. This action word here is called as verb, right? Who does this action? He. This is called subject. Okay? And what is eaten here? Chapatis are eaten, right? This is object. So, right? So, this is doer of the action. This is the action itself. And this is the receiver of the action, on which action is done. So, here, see this one. They eat chapatis. In this one, action is here eat only. Subject is they and object is here chapatis. Right? So here they subject, eat verb, chapatis object. Now see the third one. We ate mangoes. Here ate, this is in past form. This one is the ate is the action, it is a verb. Who ate the mangoes? We ate. Here we is subject. Here mangoes object, right? And then see the fourth one. We will eat veg biryani. Right. Will eat is the action. This is verb. And who will eat here? We. This is the subject. What will be eaten here? Veg biryani will be eaten. This is the object. Okay? Right? So, subject, verb, object here. Yes, we, O. Right? So, now here, the same sentence can be expressed, okay, in passive voice. So, in this sentence, what is the, okay, beginning here, the sentence begins with the subject, followed by verb, then object. But whereas in this sentence, object comes first. Okay, then here, passive helping verb, then main verb, then by him. Chapatis are eaten by him. Okay, here, okay, chapatis are eaten by them. Here, right? Next, we ate mangoes. Mangoes were eaten by us. Mangoes were eaten by. Here, mangoes object here. Object is coming. Here, us is the subject. Right? Next, were eaten. Eaten is the main verb. Eaten is the main verb. And were is the passive helping verb. What is this? Passive helping verb. Right? Were is the passive helping verb. See here. This 2 means passive helping verb. Main verb is here 3. Right? And then here by. So, see the sentence structure here. This is in object followed by passive helping verb, then followed by main verb, okay, then by, then subject. If the sentence is in object followed by passive helping verb, then main verb V3. You see always here the main verb is V3 form, eaten, eaten, eaten. You see in passive is always main verb is here V3 form only. Right? So, if the sentence is in SVO order, a subject, verb, object, okay, this sentence is said to be in active voice. It is said to be in active voice. What is that? This is said to be in active voice. Active voice. If the sentence is here in this order, first object followed by passive helping verb, then main verb V3 form. Object, passive helping verb, main verb V3 form. Main verb should be always V3 form. It should be preceded by one passive helping verb, that is B form. Right? If the sentence is in this order, okay, it is said to be in passive voice. This is passive voice. Right? So, now here let us define here. What is here voice now? What is voice here? Just the order of functional labels within a sentence is called voice. Order of functional labels within a sentence. Order of subject, object, verb or complement. Okay, that order of functional labels within a sentence is called voice. Right? If the sentence is in SVO order, subject, verb, object order, right? SVO order, subject, verb, object order, this is called active voice. If the sentence is in this order, object, passive voice, then V3 form, right? This is said to be in passive voice. So, this is the order of functional labels within a sentence is called voice. Okay? Now, let us move to the next part. Next, then here usage here. When importance is given to the action done rather than to who did the action, we usually express it in passive voice. So, if we give importance to subject who did the action, okay, the sentence should be expressed in active voice. So, but if the importance is given to the action done rather than to who did it, okay, we express that sentence in passive voice, right? So generally passive voice here, especially to write lab reports or official or business reports or notices, etc. Is it clear? Right? And sentences in passive voice also give politeness to the communication. Hence, it is often used here in formal or official communication. So, here if you think of this one, in all formal, official formats, that may be notice or describing a report, that may be technical report or lab report, in preparing a document. Most of the time here we give importance to the action done. What is done is important than who did it. In such case here we use a passive voice. You can see here. Sometimes example here, all students are informed to submit here their original certificates by so and so in the college office. So we don't here order them, just the students should submit. If we say they should submit, it is just like order, dictating like terms. It will not be polite. So here we use polite language. All students are informed. So are is the helping verb, right? This is passive helping verb. This informed is the V3 form. This is B form. This is passive. This is V3 form, right? All students. This is the subject. All students are informed to submit. Next, all team members are instructed to. Are instructed. This is B form. This is V3 form. So like this here, we use your expression. We use passive voice in sending here instructions. In the official note. Is it clear? Or just see another one. Description of an experiment. You see, a test tube is taken. Is B form. This is B form. This is V3 form. V3, B form. Right? Here, a test tube is taken. What are the B forms here? Here, first B form. B form is nothing but this is passive helping verb. So here you see here B forms is, I'm, are, was, were. Next been, the being. These are called here B forms. And here passive. This is only passive helping verb. Helping verb. Right? And this B form, right, is followed by V3 form when object comes first. When object comes first. So this is the structure of a passive sentence. A test tube is taken. Test tube is object. Then B form, then taken. It is fixed to a stand. 100 ml of NaOH solution. 100 ml of NaOH solution is poured. In the test tube. Then 100 ml of HCl is added. So B form followed by V3 form. Right? So here you see the importance is given to the action done. What is done rather than to who did it. So here in all here technical reports or laboratory reports, we use this format only. Passive voice only. Right? Now here let us move to the structure of active voice and passive voice. Now see these examples. From these examples you can come to know here what is going on during the transformation of a sentence from active to passive. He eats chapatis. Eats, right? This is the verb. He is the subject and chapatis is the object. Then here you see here chapatis are eaten by him. Means this chapatis object is coming, okay, in the beginning, and he is coming to this side and changing its case like him, he becomes him, right? And you see before him we are using by, right? Next, main verb is in V3 form only, and this V3 form main verb is preceded by one passive helping verb, right? This is a passive helping verb, right? Chapatis are eaten by him. They eat chapatis. Here also chapatis are eaten by them. They, here they becomes them. Here is they. This they, it comes here, this side here, them. Okay? And chapatis here, this object comes in the beginning. Right? This main verb here it is always in V3 form. And here it is present tense, so we are using are. Chapatis are eaten by them. So what is the structure? So subject, okay, here the subject is coming into object place, and object is coming to subject place, and the main verb is becoming V3 form, and this V3 form is preceded by one passive helping verb. So here eats, eat, these are present tense only. So here in present tense passive helping verb is are. See the third one. We ate mangoes. See this mangoes, object is coming, okay, to this place, right? And we is coming to this place by us. We is becoming us, here subject. And ate is the verb in past tense. But here in this one, main verb is eaten only. So if it is present tense, okay, in passive voice, main verb is V3 only. Past tense, main verb is in V3 form only. Future tense, main verb V3 form only. Continuous tense, okay, main verb is V3 form only. Past continuous, main verb is in V3 form only. Perfect tense, have eaten, main verb is in V3 form only. Okay, right? So always here, whichever tense may be, in passive voice, main verb is always in V3 form. Okay? Now see this. We ate mangoes. Mangoes were eaten by us. So here it is were. Next, we will eat veg biryani. Veg biryani will be eaten. Extra what is coming here? We is coming. Okay? Veg biryani is coming this place. Okay, this is object. And we is becoming us here. This is subject. Right? And main verb is eaten only. So will remains will only. But before V3, what is coming extra? B. Veg biryani will be eaten by us. And you see here, Ravi is eating bananas. Here bananas. Okay. Since your bananas are plural, here we are using are instead of is. Bananas are. Extra what are we using? Being. Okay, eaten by Ravi. Geeta was eating here a chocolate. A chocolate was being eaten by Geeta. Okay? See, present continuous, past continuous. In present continuous and past continuous, here before V3 form, what is coming here? Being is coming. Here this being continuous tenses. And we have eaten some biscuits. See here, some biscuits. Sorry. Here some biscuits coming here. Have only. Have only. So eaten only. Before eaten here, extra what is coming? Been by us. They had eaten idli. idli had been eaten by them. So extra here been is coming, right? And we shall have eaten something. Something is coming in the beginning. Something shall have, okay, same. Before eaten, been is coming. Something shall have been eaten by us. Okay? So, if you observe here, what is happening? This subject is coming to the object place and object is coming to the subject place. Subject is coming to object place. With the change in its case, he becomes him, they becomes them, we becomes us here, right? Is it clear? She becomes here, you see here, she becomes her. See, subject is coming into object place, okay, with a change in its case. He becomes him, they becomes them, we becomes us, like that. It is coming to the object place in the sentence, and the object is coming to the subject place in the beginning, right? This main verb is becoming here this V3 form, eaten. So you see here, in present tense it is eaten, in past tense also main verb in the passive voice is eaten, in future tense also here in passive voice it is eaten, in continuous tense, present continuous, past continuous, even present perfect, past perfect, here main verb is always V3 form. So now see the changes. So subject is coming to object place, object is coming to subject place. This is one, right? Then second one, here immediately after object, here we are using one passive helping verb are. Okay, before V3 form we are using, before this V3 form we are using are. If it is present tense, eats, eat. Here before V3 form what is the used? Are. Here ate, past tense. What did we use in passive as? Were eaten. In future tense, will eat became will be eaten. Extra what is coming? Be is coming. Is eating. Here what is here before eaten being is there. Was eating. Before eaten what is that? Being is there. So in continuous tenses being, in future be, in past are, were, in present are. Okay, these are the passive helping verbs used. Right? And you see the perfect tenses, have eaten became have been eaten. Had eaten became had been eaten. Shall have eaten became shall have been eaten. So in the perfect tenses, extra what is coming? Okay, this been is coming. What is this? This been is coming in perfect tenses. Next, eat an apple. Eat an apple, this is it may be order or request or okay, suggestion or whatever it may be. But it begins with V1 followed by object. This is also called as imperative sentence. Okay? So, eat an apple. Let an apple be eaten. For imperative sentences, we are extra what is coming? Be, here, let. She wants to clean the table. So, you see here. She wants the same. The object is a table. So, table is coming here to this place. Right? She wants the table. To clean becomes to be cleaned. To be cleaned. 2 plus V1 becomes to be plus V3. Okay? Now you might have observed here the changes. Now here clearly we shall discuss how these are getting changed. Here, first rule here. What is that? Here, okay. Subject and object here interchange their position in case of pronouns along with their cases. So, what is that here? In let us see here. Active voice here. Let us say this is active voice. In active voice here, this is subject. Then this is a verb. This is a object. Right? In passive voice, what is happening? Passive voice, object, okay, followed by passive helping verb. Here followed by main verb. Main verb, this is always V3 form. Then by, then subject. Right? So now let us see the changes here. This object is coming into subject position. This subject is coming into object position. This is the first change. Subject comes to this position. Object comes to this position. This is the first rule. So if a pronoun is used in this subject place, okay, when it comes to this object case, here you have to change its case also. Like I, when it comes to this side, here it becomes me. We becomes us. Right? He becomes him. She becomes her. Okay? You becomes you only. They becomes them. Like that. So when subject comes to this place, here you have to change the case also. I to me. We to us. He to him. And the object comes to this place. Okay? This is the first rule. Second rule here, the object in passive voice is followed by a passive helping verb according to tense. So immediately after object here, immediately after object, what are you using? This passive helping verb. This passive helping verb here, this is the second rule according to the tense. If it is a simple present tense, here in the passive voice use here is or am or okay before V3 form. If it is past tense, use was or were before V3 form. This immediately after object, what are you using in passive voice? Passive helping verb, some B form. So we shall discuss this second rule. If it is past tense, before V3, keep was or were. If it is future tense, before V3, use be. If it is perfect tense, before V3, use been. Are you getting me? So this passive helping verb in passive voice, right? It will be according to the tense. Before V3, what you have to do is, you have to use one passive helping verb, that is be form. What is the be form? If it is present tense, simple present tense, before V3 use, okay, is or am or, okay, or, plus followed by V3. If it is past tense, was or were, plus V3. If it is future tense, after will or shall, just use be before V3. If it is perfect tense, present perfect or past perfect or future perfect, whatever it may be, okay, before V3 form use been in passive voice. Okay? Just if you remember these, main verb is always V3 form. Main verb is always V3 form here. But just only you have to remember this passive helping verb. That's it. Because you know here, subject comes this place and it is preceded by. Easy. This comes this side, this comes this side, you know it. And this subject in passive voice is preceded by. It's easy. Okay? Right? And main verb is always in V3 form. Right? And before V3 form, after object, using one passive helping verb is very, very important. That is according to the tense. Right? So if it is present here, before V3 use this. Past tense, use this. Future tense be. perfect tense been, right? Next, if it is continuous tense, okay, you use here before V3 form being, so object is there, object, okay, object comes first, followed by passive helping verb, okay. In continuous tenses, the be form is, am, are, was, were, okay, these will be here as it is, as they are, okay. But before V3 form, you use extra being, okay. We will do some exercises, no problem, okay. Example here, he is eating a banana. A banana is being eaten by him, right? He was playing chess. Chess was being played by him. Chess was being played by him. That is the past tense, right? So next another change. If it is 2 plus V1, in passive voice it becomes 2B plus V3. If it is just imperative V1 followed by object, in passive voice it comes as a let plus object plus B plus V3. Or you can also use this, you are requested to plus V1, you are ordered to plus V1, you are advised to plus V1. This is easy. Next, rule 3 here, main verb in passive voice should always be in V3 form. We know that. And fourth, subject in passive voice is usually preceded by. Before subject we are using by. And main verb is V3 form. And here V3 form should be preceded by passive helping verb. See, object, passive helping verb, V3 form, by, subject. This is the structure. Okay. Now here let us do some exercises. Here we can see here in structure. In active voice here subject plus present tense, right? In passive voice before V3 what is coming? Am or is or are. Okay, in active voice here simple past V2. In passive voice before V3 was or were. In active voice simple future will or shall V1. In passive voice here will or shall, before V3 what is coming? Be is coming. Okay. Simply remember that. If it is present here after subject V1 or V1 yes, in passive voice before V3 keep am or is or are. If it is past tense here, okay, in active voice subject plus V2. In passive voice before V3 use was or were. In future, in active voice will or shall V1. In passive voice will be or shall be V3 form. Okay. Now come to perfect tenses. Present perfect has subject plus have or has plus V3, that is in active voice. In passive voice what are you doing? You are using here same first object, then has or have, extra been. Before V3 extra you are using been. Okay, in present perfect, okay. In past perfect had V3. Okay, in passive voice had been V3. Okay. Here in future perfect, in active voice will have or shall have V3. So in passive voice will have been or shall have been V3 form. So if you see these perfect tenses, present perfect, past perfect, future perfect. In passive voice extra, what are we using? Just been only. Right? In future, whatever we using, be. In past, was or were. In present, is, am, are. Okay? If it is continuous tense, present continuous, in active voice, am, is, are plus being form. In passive voice, am, is, are plus being plus V3. In past continuous, was, were, being form. Here, in passive voice, was, were plus being plus V3. If it is continuous tense, we have to use being. Clear now? So it's very easy. Just remember the structure. Subject, okay, comes first in active voice, followed by verb. In passive voice, object comes first. In active voice, if it is V1 or V1, yes. In passive voice, it is, okay, am, is, are, V3. In past tense, in active voice, V2 form. In passive voice, was or were, V3 form. Just observe verb only. You know here, in active voice, subject comes first. In passive voice, object comes first. That is, okay, in passive voice, sentence begins with object. Then concentrate on the verbs only. If it is future, here extra what are will be or shall be V3. If it is perfect tense, have been, has been V3, or had been V3, or will have been or shall have been V3. If it is continuous, am, is, are, being V3, or was or were, being V3. Okay? Here, generally we don't use here passive voice in future continuous or perfect continuous tenses. We don't use here. Okay, right. Generally here, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. Okay, why it is wrong? Here, being, both are be forms only. So, two be forms, being, okay, being, okay, being, right? Like that, these are not here used. Okay? Is it clear? See this. Future continuous, perfect continuous tenses are not used in passive voice. And instead, they can be used in passive voice in their concerned simple future or perfect tenses. Okay, this, instead of using future continuous in passive voice, you can use simple future. Instead of using here, okay, present perfect continuous, past perfect continuous, future perfect continuous in passive voice, you can use them in present perfect or past perfect or future perfect. Okay, don't go for this continuous tense. Okay, future continuous, future perfect continuous, or present perfect continuous, or past perfect continuous. For these, don't use them in passive voice, right? Next. So, if the structure is 2 plus in infinitive, 2 plus V1, if the structure in active voice. In passive voice, it becomes 2B plus V3. Is it clear? If the sentence is imperative, like if it begins with V1 followed by object, then in passive voice, it becomes let plus object plus B plus V3 form. Okay, this is the structure. Okay, or you can go start with like this. You are requested to, not V3 form, this is, you can go with V1. You are requested to, close the door. You are ordered to close the door. Okay, you are advised to take medicines, like that. That is also passive structure. Now here let us do some exercises. The same table together. Here, I play football. Which tense it is? Present tense. So here just subject I, football, object, play is a verb. So you have to identify subject, verb, again object. Then in passive voice, football comes first, football. Then this is object. And what is the passive helping verb? It is present tense. In present tense, passive helping verb is. Then V3 form, passive helping verb. This is rule 2, this is rule 1. Right. Then verb should be in V3 form, played. Okay. Then by me. See, this is okay, past tense, played. So here after football, what are you using here? Was. If it is past tense, you are using was, played by me. So since it is present tense, we are using is. Since it is past tense, here we are using was as passive helping verb. It is future tense. Will eat becomes will be eaten. Will be eaten. What will be eaten? Okay, dosha will be eaten by her. Right? So this is perfect tense. In perfect tenses, what is the passive helping verb? Been. So you see, okay, chapatis. Don't say has. Chapatis plural, no? So it becomes a have. Okay, what is the passive helping verb? Been. Eaten by him. Chapatis had been eaten by him. Okay, chapatis double T. Chapatis will have been eaten by him. She is eating a mango. Continuous tense. Okay, a mango. This is a mango is being extra. What are you using? Being eaten by her. Right? Next. Was eating here. So chapatis here. Chapatis, do you say was? No, it is plural. No? So instead of was, you go with were. And it is continuous tense. In continuous, okay, what is the passive helping verb? Being. Okay. Next, V3 form, eaten by her. I want to play the chess. Don't use here article with okay, names of the games. I want to play chess. Okay, chess. So here I keep I want only. Keep I want. Okay, I want chess to be played. To play becomes to be played. I want chess to be played by me. Okay. Next, she wants to clean the table. She wants to keep it as it is. She wants only. She wants. Okay. To clean. Okay. What? Then bring this table. Okay. Before here. The table. She wants the table. Okay. Table is Table is the object here. Okay, to be cleaned. She wants the table to be cleaned. Right? Close the door. It is imperative sentence. When it begins with V1 followed by object, what did I say here? Let the door be closed. Imperative sentences. Pose this letter. Okay. Let this letter be posted. Let this letter be posted. Next, come in a queue. So this queue is not here. This queue is not here. Okay, not an object. It is just complement only. Complement. Right? So don't use here this structure. Let structure. So here you see here, you are instructed to, advised to, suggested to. You are instructed to come in a queue. QUE. UE. You are instructed to come in a queue. Right? You are instructed to come in a queue. Right? So you are advised, you are ordered, you are suggested. It depends on the nature of the sentence. If you are requested to, if the please is there, please come in a queue. Then if there is a please here, you can say you are requested to come in a queue. If the tone is here, dominating, come in a queue, then you are ordered to come in a queue. Right? Otherwise, simply you are instructed to come in a queue. Okay? Now here let us go to some exercises. Right? Before that, just we can have small break. Okay, guys. Thank you. Here, let us see here. Okay. In the next class, we can go to exercises. Thank you, guys.
Like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.